What does the state need to do, going back to your experience, of course, as a member of the House and in in Congress, what does the state need to do to be more attractive to business?
Well, our Illinois legislature needs to try and make Illinois more competitive and make it the favored place to hire. Right now, Illinois is more expensive to do business. The workman comp rates are higher, our tort laws are more litigious and favor trial lawyers, our cost of doing business here in our state are higher, and as a result, companies go elsewhere. I worked very hard to pass those Colombia, Panama, and South Korean trade agreements so that companies like Caterpillar would want to expand here in the United States, which they're doing, but unfortunately my constituents aren't seeing the benefit of it because Illinois' government is doing everything the opposite to attract employers.
And sort of in that same vein, aren't a lot of employers really waiting for the other shoe to drop when it comes to national health care?
Well, the health care is really going to cost people millions of dollars. Caterpillar, which has the gold plate healthcare system in my hometown, their health care doesn't even meet the adequate health care coverage of Obamacare. There's not a business in America that meets those minimum requirements. And so that's why you see all these waivers being given to companies and friends of the Obama administration.
When you talking about heading back to Washington this week, we've gone 3 years now without a budget. How detrimental is that to this country?
Well, your budget drives all your decision making, and so if you're operating as a business without a budget, you don't know where to invest, you don't know what the limits are in spending, and it's the same thing with our federal government. For 3 years now, we've had no budget. That's an indictment of the president. He's the CEO of this company, and the president has not been able to get even his party to pass his budget in the Senate. His party did not pass his budgets in the House when he was in control, and without a budget, we're really a rudderless ship.
Do you have anything?
Yes. What do you think is one of the biggest problems facing Illinois right now?
Well, several things. And number one, our debt is out of control. We have $9 billion in unpaid bills. The Civic Committee just released a study that if we don't make changes to Medicaid, that debt will go from $9 billion in unpaid bills to $20 billion in unpaid bills in just 5 years. That's an unsustainable growth. So we need a legislature, we need a governor who's willing to deal with our entitlement programs here at the state. Medicare is on an unsustainable path. Second, we've got to do a better job of creating a business climate in this state so employers want to invest here and hire and grow. And right now, with the 60% increase in the income tax, with workman comp rates higher than the national average and higher than all of our neighboring states, those put us at a competitive disadvantage. People look to other states to hire, and that's not a good thing for Illinois, because we got to grow our way out of the economic situation.